Bean Soup Times is on a mission to create dope content that entertains, educates, and empowers the Black community. We keep our ear to the ground, we ask, we report to you. We help Black people to share their message. We promote real dialogue. We provide a platform to help give voice to the voiceless. We educate you on how to shop smart. Our passion is to inform you about Black events, businesses, organizations, and entertainers. We are Black owned. We are Black Chicago. We are the award-winning Bean Soup Times.
Y'all started off with that lesson, man. Appreciate it.
All right, greetings. What's up, beautiful Black people? This is your brother, your friend, Tori Muhammad. This is the Tori Muhammad Show. And we was out of our commission last week, and some of y'all I felt the love. Y'all was saying, what's up with the show? What's up with the show? But it's all good. We're here back for another one, and we have an informational packed show. We got some great guests we're going to bring on to talk about health and wellness. And we have coming back for the second time as the co-host, we have Deanna Grant of Grant Financial Services. So, man, we're going to have a great conversation. We're going to talk about also about Sous and, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever comes up in the conversation. So we're excited about it. But let me bring my guests in right now so they can introduce themselves. Well, my co-host, rather, first. What's going on, Sister Deanna Grant?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing excellent today. How about yourself?
Thank you so much, as always.
Man, it's good to have you on, as always.
Yes.
Yep. So
should I introduce myself?
What does Grant Financials do?
Okay. Okay. Well, my name is Deanna Grant. I am the owner and founder, CEO of Grant's Financial Services. We offer a stress-free tax filing experience while we help entrepreneurs make, manage, and organize their money to build generational wealth. That's what we do.
Yeah. I love it. You get it around the head too, because filing taxes can be stressful. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, we're gonna bring on our first guest. I know you're gonna be hanging out with us for a minute, and I can't wait to hear some of your thoughts about one of our topics today. But let's bring in Thomas Amal so we can talk about health and wellness for a minute. How you doing, brother?
All is well. Thank you very much. It's nothing but a pleasure to be to have the opportunity to get in front of the mic or be a guest with someone as influential as yourself. It's unbelievable, but I'm just having good fun. And thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, man. And I should greet you the proper way. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, brother.
So, man, tell us about your business, man. You know, I appreciate you have become an advertiser with Bean Soup Times. And
Yes.
When I heard what you were doing, I was excited about it because we know health is so important. And any of us that have had any kind of experience on the top side of this earth understands how important it is to have both our health and our wealth.
Correct.
So, I would say your health is your wealth.
Your health is your wealth.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, many moons ago, actually prior to us actually coming involved, which we go back easy 20 years, but I had gotten involved with some holistic type eating habits and things like that. Many people know about Dr. Sabi and things like that, but I had an herbologist, and we're talking about 30 years ago. And she hipped me on a lot of things and ways to eat. So once I went through the process and actually crossed over, it was very simple for me and easy for me to abide by the teachings of which we have of how to eat to live. So with that being said, many years later, leading up to now, I come in contact with this company, HB Naturals, which it's health and wellness. And what they have is, in my opinion, and I've tested many companies, many products over the years, I believe they have the best plant-based, organic, urban supplements that are on the market. In my opinion, is bar none. There's nothing close. to these products. And with the pricing, everything that comes involved with it, I just think this is a perfect fit for those of us, especially in today's time when many people are more apt to think about immune systems and building that. And you may have diabetes, or what we call sugar, or you may have pressure, high blood pressure and things like that. And we're not saying that these products are the cure all end all, but what we're saying is these are products that can help you. Some are preventative in a sense, and some, we have numerous stories and reviews from people and testimonies in which they've used our products and they literally stopped using their blood pressure pills or the other medicines for whatever issues that they may have. And they've gone back to their doctors, and the doctors were just amazed. And the only thing you could attribute it to is they added these products to their diet.
Man, that's interesting. It's interesting. So what you think, Deanna? You have any, you use any supplements?
Now I take a lot of vitamins, but I'm tuning in. I'm like, where do I get this product from? Because what I know is, just as an entrepreneur, we need our energy. I know that what you eat and those supplements help with energy. So I'm like, where do I get this amazing product from? Because I definitely want to try it. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm curious.
Look, you can go to goorganicwithemall.com, but I bought you something. I brought you our flagship or signature product. Is called the Mind, Body, and Soul. These are, it's called the Healing Trilogy, but it's 3 individual products. Let me see. This is the body, and this is the packaging that it comes in. They have scoopers that are involved, included with them. So, being that they're so highly concentrated, and they have no fillers, which most people don't realize that if you go to the store and you purchase vitamins, if you purchase them in capsule form and things like that, there's fillers that are added. There's other things that you may not know. In this particular case, these are concentrated powders, and you use very little amounts. You add them into whatever juices that you have. But the beauty of it, for instance, the body helps with inflammation, that energy aspect for men as well as women, that increases your nitric oxide. So those are things that we, especially those of us that get older in age, we need these things. And it's so simple. Yeah, very limited taste to it. You can add it, like I said, to any juice. The mind is something that I think we definitely need. We need to calm down. We need to bring ourselves into the now. Everything is so
I'm like, I all over the place.
You just all over the place.
Yeah.
And this product helps you calm. It helps with your cognitive thinking. It helps you see things better. It slows you down to a certain extent. Well, the soul aspect of it, it also helps with decreasing inflammation. It helps with gut activity. And, you have so many people now, especially that are out there in the health world, they talk about the sea moss. Now, and don't get me wrong, sea moss is a great product. But if you notice, it's becoming more and more prevalent. Everybody is talking about sea moss. Now, every product may not work for an individual. And I'm not saying sea moss does not work. I'm just saying that my product, or the product that I'm assisting with, works best for me. And that gut activity, it helps those microbes build up and do what they're supposed to do. So it's just an all-encompassing thing. And now this is just one item that I'm speaking of, the Healing Trilogy, which we consider the flagship product of our company, or the signature product. But we're talking nearly 100 products that are here, with coffees. We have slimmer products for weight loss. We have essential oils. We have biominerals. We have items for dogs. Really? They have health and wellness items for actual animals that are involved in here. We have things for sexual health that are included in here. I have a number of positive comments that come in from our ladies, customers, our brothers that have used these things, used our products to benefit them and make their days go faster, but in a calm way, in a healthy way.
It's your brother.
I'm like, yes. I'm no comment. I'm not gonna comment. I'm like, let me keep my peace. Have no.
No, I'm messing with you right now because every time a conversation like that comes up, it's always somebody else used it.
Right.
Yeah, so
Well, that's always the way.
yeah,
Someone else used it and they told me about it. That's the one where most people don't want to give that testimony. But then again, like I said before, I told a customer, I said, I can tell you it works. I'm not going to tell you how I know. I just know it works.
Now, what I like most is that you said you've been an herbalist for like 20 plus years. Like your whole lifestyle has been with these natural supplements, or
correct.
Tell us more.
Yes, I had an herbologist. Her name was Dr. Joyce Mott. And I had gotten involved with her literally about 32 years ago. And she was the end all everything for me because she opened my eyes to so many things when it came to eating. Now, at that particular time, I had no idea who Dr. Sebi was. I was really getting into the understanding of who the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was in the nation and things like that. So, at that time, the world was just turning. And for me, obtaining all of this information as I went, and I was just feeding on it. And she just played an integral role. Actually, she played a role in me naming myself. My last name is Amal. That is something that she suggested, one of the many names that she had given me. And to this day, I still have 90% of the notes that I had taken and that she had provided with me to me 30 plus years ago, and they still work today. So with this company, excuse me?
I was gonna say, does that help with your regimen that you have as far as with the supplements that your product, all of your teachings, and you've added that into your formulation of what you take daily?
Of course. Being that, for me, eating once a day, I abide, and then I'm not one of those that are going to say that I abide by how to eat to live 100% of the time, but I can guarantee it's at least 75% of the time, 80% of the time where I do eat once a day, and I have very limited things in between my meals, my drinking, but I do have those times where I want something sweet. I love chocolate chip cookies. I just want to let you know I'm a chocolate guy, but I don't go overboard with it. And for me to be introduced to a product like this and have it ingrained in my daily life, I take these first thing in the morning. So by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at the latest, I've already taken my mind, body, and soul. I have the magnesium Become, and I also take the zinc.
Is it like a smoothie? You make a smoothie with it?
You can do it any way you like. They come in very small little, they have scoops. You can put it in juice. Most people use orange juice or whatever type of fruit juice that they have. If you have a smoothie, you can do that. We actually have a product called Nourish, which I usually tell people it's a powdered version, condensed version of a fruit and vegetable smoothie. That's literally what it is. And if you want to add it to a smoothie, which I know I have clients that do that, or you can just add it to whatever juice and it gives you whatever daily regimen amounts of all of those ingredients in one day. It's just wonderful for me. But the energy, I can tell you today, after I took it, I've washed cars, I've washed dishes, I've cleaned different parts of the house, I've gone to the grocery store, and it's only 1 o'clock our time. I haven't even gone to my shift yet, and I haven't eaten anything. So it helps you in many facets of your life, of your daily life. And trust me, you'll recognize it. Some people recognize it within hours that something is going on within your body. Some people, it may take 3 to 5 days. I just ask that you give it the opportunity. When it's something as pure, as plant-based, and as good as this is without all of the additional fillers, our body gets the opportunity to do exactly what the functions are meant to do.
Yeah, that's right, man. I'm so glad. I appreciate what you're sharing with people. It's so important. And, it's something that I learned in the Nation of Islam, of course, that we don't break down and understand how basic things are, right?
Correct.
Our bodies come from the earth. Our bodies go back to the earth once we're no longer here. And so all these plants have the nutrients that our bodies need to keep going and to be energized and keep focused, because we we use them up every day as we go through
Right.
activity, right?
Correct.
So if we replenish it properly, because I heard a doctor say, Dr. Eileen Muhammad say years ago that even a orange today doesn't have the same amount of vitamin C that the orange had 30 years ago.
Correct.
So in order to get the same nutrient in one orange 30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, we need to probably eat 5 or 6 oranges.
Correct.
Just
Right.
to get the vitamin C that's in that used to be in one orange. Right. And, you know, however, whatever reasons with the farms and, you know, GMOs and all that stuff is happening. I mean, you almost have to have a good dietary regimen and then some good supplements to go with it so that you can just, man, keep rocking and rolling.
Correct. Correct.
No.
I can't agree with you more. I mean, we were told, if you read How to Eat to Live, the messenger made it very clear. We really are supposed to be vegetarians, but if you can't do that, this is how you should eat to live. So it's not like this is some misnomer, something new to the world. Eating from the earth, which is what we come from, that came, you know, that's from the beginning of time. That is just something that we should be doing. Just so happens to be that many of us now, especially in the last 5 to 6 months, are really starting to open our eyes to the necessity of building up our health and our immune systems. But in my opinion, that's just still a small percentage of us, especially I have to stress this, Black men. We actually believe that we're superheroes and that we don't need to eat properly. You know, don't get me wrong, we are superheroes. We absolutely are superheroes, but there's something that comes along with it, and we have to do better when it comes to our health. Women, I've always said, if your fingernail looks different, you're at the doctor. You're at the doctor immediately trying to figure out something is wrong here. Let's figure this out. Men, we just don't have it in us right now. So I say to them, if you don't have it in you to go to a doctor right now, but you're taking medicine, let's try something different. And there's a possibility, you know, with the change of the mindset, with the change of your dietary plan, and your habits, that we can add these supplemental items to your daily routine, and you'll see a difference. But you have to promise me that if you start losing weight, if your cognitive thinking changes, you recognize the energy increase, you recognize that there's clarity everywhere, you're sleeping better, all of the inflammation from those that are like I'm a former athlete and I'm on my feet all the time with my one of the areas which I earn income.
What sport did you play?
Enforcement. Huh?
What did you play?
Baseball.
Baseball. Okay.
Yeah, greatest sport ever made. But you know, and I caught. So you can imagine how my knees are now. They're shot. Yeah. Okay, so for me to have something like this, and we have a product called Magnesium Pain, which is a high concentration of magnesium. Some of us that are old enough, we remember the early days of Bengay, where it had that really strong menthol-like smell that had your eyes watering. It was so overbearing, but it did its job. Well, this is a natural version of that, and the smell is it goes away within seconds, literally. And it's a very small smell, but it works. And it's a natural means of working. So we just go across the gamut to help people. And I just hope that more of our men and women, in particular, Black men and women, recognize that this is a necessity, because we want to live longer lives. I want you all to live longer lives, just like me. And being healthy, don't get me wrong, doesn't guarantee we'll live to 150, but why not play that? At least try it. At least try it.
I like how you said, I like how you said the change in mindset equals results. And every time you keep telling about all these benefits, I'm like, where do I get this stuff again? Because I have that energy. You're selling me on that. And just as we get older, we have to definitely, like you said, take care of our bodies. But I'm like, where do we get this wonderful?
You can go to goorganicwithamal.com. That's goorganicwithamal.com. My last name is Amal. For whatever reason, people love my name just as much as I do, so they call me Amal, and which is fine. But my first name actually is Thomas, But it's goorganicwithamal.com. And the link pops up. If you have any questions, my phone number is attached to it. You can contact me at any time. I have no problems discussing. You become more like a nutritionist, a dietitian. You become more of a psychiatrist. You're trying to pull these things out of people and say, well, what do you really believe you need? What are you looking for? And then being that we have knowledge of these products that we have, then we can compile a package together for you based on how much you're willing to spend and can afford. And then we could just try something every month. But if you see something that's working, I'm one of those that if it works, why stop?
Yeah. See, and what's so important too, you all, is to, I love what you're talking about. I love you including minerals, right? Because people sometimes know they need vitamins, but don't know how critical minerals are to the whole equation as well. And so I just had a conversation with my doctor. I went in for some, get some checkups and all that. And she said that, I told her, yeah, well, I'm feeling good. I really don't even know why I'm in here, because I'm good. And she said, well, your body compensates. Your organs compensate when something goes wrong. So sometimes we don't know something is wrong because the body does what it does to deal with it. But then by the time it's a problem, it's 40, 50, 60, sometimes 80% beyond the capacity. Right. So now that's why sometimes people go to the doctor and all of a sudden they gone. You like, man, they was good the other day. No, they wasn't. They just appeared that way, but their body was operating with 20% capacity.
Yeah, that's definitely right. And
so
with those
nutrients and vitamins early on in life, we for some of us it's too late, right? But as early as possible in life, you want to get that stuff going so that it doesn't end up being a crisis towards when we're in our 30s, 40s, and 50s, because we've been eating flaming hops and chips and steaks and potatoes. Even we think we eat no high, we still eating with natural right. So man, we got to get it early and stay with it.
You're definitely right. And as far as those biominerals, when you're talking about silver, you're talking about silver, you're talking about I lost my mind, the magnesium,
right?
The magnesium, the zinc. We have so many other items that come
with COVID-19.
With the zinc is huge with it, and when it comes to the cold, iron. How many Black women have iron deficiency?
I was going to say iron. Yeah.
It's unbelievable, the numbers, if you look at it. And most of us, like you said, have become okay with it. We've learned how to adapt. And it's something you said that many, many years ago. I'm not sure if you know Dr. Mason, Dr. Terry Mason.
Yep.
He made he had done some work with, he was one of my doctors, and we were going through a procedure. And he was going through the explanation of why he did this procedure a certain way. Now, mind you, I'm talking to him as he's doing the procedure. So we're doing an outpatient surgery, but I'm still cognizant. We're able to have a conversation. And it was more or less to get myself off of what was actually going on. But he says, well, I do it this way is because the body is ever working. The body understands everything that it's supposed to do in its functionality. And if it sees that I'm supposed to be connected with that particular part, it'll eventually start growing and developing to reconnect. Okay. So he says, just think of anything in your body everything abides by a law, just like we abide by a law. If we go outside of that law, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. It's the same thing with the body. The body has a purpose. Every part of the body has a purpose, and it will continuously work. Now, is it too late in many cases? It could be. I'm more of the positive side. I'm the one that thinks that, okay, let's start with go organicwithamal.com. Let's get these products. And I know you've been eating wrong and doing things wrong or not as healthy for the last 45 or 50 years, but you never know. You never know. Right. So with that being said, I just ask that everybody Just give it an opportunity. Give it a chance. What is it? When I say give it a chance, I'm saying giving it 3 months, 5 months, 6 months.
You gotta get it working.
Right. If it doesn't work tomorrow, now you quit and you're mad because you spent money. Well, come on. Let's live in reality.
Another thing I've noticed too, in this kind of discussion, the body is going to start doing what it needs to do when it gets the proper nutrients. So sometimes people are looking for, okay, I need more energy. I need more energy. I need more energy. And that's what your mind is saying, but your body may need something else first. So when you start taking the supplements, you're looking to get more energy, but your body lowers your blood pressure, right? Your body did something else, right, that you weren't looking for. So now you think it don't work. No, it's working. It just ain't working on what you thought it was at first. Right? So you gotta be real observant and know your body and know when different things are happening that could be, better affected by it, so you don't give up on it too soon.
And I was gonna say, with anything where we have not had maintenance, I could even say, like, from my business tax clients, when you've had mess, meaning you have not maintained or did the proper procedure, proper nutrients, proper paperwork, proper taxes, if you have not taken care of your business matters, personal matters, if you have not done that, honestly, it can't be unentangled in 2 days. It can't be unentangled in 5 days. You have to go through the process, let the expert fix the situation, but you didn't get in that situation overnight. So it definitely takes your body some time to adjust to the nutrients it was supposed to have. So you can't just give up in a few days. You need to give it some time. Yeah.
That makes a whole lot of sense. Man, brother, we appreciate you for coming on the show and giving us an update, telling us about the products. You see us on the bottom here, Go Organic with Amal. If you want to get some of those amazing products, I'm definitely going to have a conversation with you. I want to try some of them.
Come on.
And I want you can stay on with us for a minute if you want to, because we want to talk about these Sous and talk about some of the things that folks have been doing in the community to generate some more revenue, right? Because COVID-19 had people thinking about all kind of stuff. So it seems like this wave of Sous came in on that. So so we definitely, but from Deanna, you want to give an overview? People don't know what a Sous is and what's been happening in our community with it.
Okay, so I got like two expert sources, and then I have my opinion on how our community could do this successfully. But long story short, I have a attorney, Ernest Fenton. He had a post on Facebook, and I want to read it, and I want to give him credit for it. But basically, in a Sous, you organize 5 or more people to invest $1,000 each for 60 months. Then you loan the $60,000 with no interest to the first person. That person goes, buys their franchise, their business or whatever. Then they, after they get their business up and running, because honestly, in business, it takes money to make money. So after you get your business up and running, then you go ahead and you pay the 60 back, and then it goes to the next person. And that's kind of the principle behind it. But then I have an article from Miss Michelle Singletary, who is a financial journalist. And her quote from the Washington Post was, "Structural racism helps schemers attack Blacks to fake Sous scams." Because some of these Sous are not organized in the way that they need to be organized, where people could actually benefit, where our community, because that's how that's also what Attorney Fenton said. That's how other nationalities are able to get. You wonder how, I don't know what nationalities, I don't want to be ignorant, but there's certain nationalities that own all the subways. They own all the gas stations. They own all the 7-Elevens. And actually they own all those community grocery stores in our community. I don't know how they do, but supposedly they utilize this methodology called Sous, and they support each other with their finances. But I know I was talking to Tori earlier, and it's like in the Black community, we don't trust, and we're not consistent. Because this is a strategy to help us get to the next level. This strategy is used in communities when people cannot easily get loans from like in traditional methods. It's a way to fund your business. So that's my opening. And I have a couple of clients that ask me, hey, because they ask for my opinion as a tax expert. Should I invest in a Sous? And I immediately go to scheme until I see one that I would want one that's put together with some paperwork. If you had like a limited partnership, I want to say in the Jewish community, I used to work at a Jewish CPA firm, and how they got all those restaurants that you see downtown. Actually, we used to do the taxes, and what happens is it's 100 people that own those big restaurants. It's not one person. It's 100 different people. They all put their money in legally. They get an attorney, get the paperwork drafted. It's very clear what my percentage is and how I get paid out. And that's how they successfully create all of these business ventures. But back to the point of not trusting and not being consistent. That's it. That's my word on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. But Thomas, what's your opinion on it?
Well, the idea or the concept of group operation is a necessity. I know we have issues amongst ourselves when it comes to trust. So, sister, you are so right. We kicked ourselves in the behind many times since we've been in this particular country. But there has to be a break. Someone has to break the seal. And a group of people, we believe we've done it when it comes to the nation, but we're not just the only Blacks in this country. And we can also spread out. We were promised money, good homes, and friendships of all walks of life. And with that being said, this is an opportunity, this particular concept, which is not new. It's not new. And you see numerous different nationalities do it. We should really seriously consider going to the drawing board and really coming together and figuring out the best way to where we can do it to benefit ourselves in a sense of group operation. And it might need to take place very soon. We really, and why wait? Why wait? If you are financially able to get involved with it and you can have 75% trust of the people that you're involved with, you may not know all 100 people or 50 people that are involved, but right about now, I'm big on group operation. I'm big on having the opportunities within ourselves so we can circulate that money within the areas where most people look like us. So I love the concept, and I hope everything works out for those of us that get involved with it.
Yep.
I definitely love the concept because I work with a lot of small businesses every day. And honestly, like I said, to scale, you need money. And before COVID gave a lot of business owners loans that we traditionally were not able to get at all. So we have to maximize this moment. But then I still want to go back to the trust, because like, who is the community leader that we trust? And I feel like it needs to have a whole financial system behind it. Like, okay, this is the attorney, this is the accountant, so that we all have accountability. I don't want to put money in a bank account and I'm like, where is it going? Or I need to make sure it's transparent. The whole process needs to be transparent and across, and on board, meaning like not shady, because a lot of what's happening is there's people taking this moment in time of social injustice and getting paid. They're like, hey, community, Black Lives Matter, and put your money here so we can support the community, and then they're not doing right by it. But this concept is amazing and could be the story to our legacy to help us get to that next level and start owning our communities, but I don't know. Those are my words.
Man, I love it. Both of you all are hitting it on the head. For me, I think that it's so important, one, to have like-minded people doing it, right? And it seems like it's two groups of people, right? You got people who need to put some money together because they don't have any savings in an emergency situation, right? It may come up at the right time where they can get a payout, and it helps with, paying off a couple of bills, making sure the lights don't get turned off, stuff like that. And then, Deanna, you talked about how other communities are using it for a whole bigger purpose, investment, right? To create and build business, right? So the one-on-one level, man, listen, if I get his $100 every week or every other week, my payout need to come. And I need to, I need to trust everybody that's involved with this.
I need to see my payout.
This has to pay, right? And then the other group is, listen, we good. And no, I can't afford to invest $500,000 into a business, but I got 10, and I could afford to lose that 10 without, send some goons after you. So
right.
It don't work out. So you got to be with the right group first of all.
You got to be with the right group. Yeah.
You got to be with the right group.
Yeah.
And then it seems to me that some of them I've heard, there's no cap on the number of people involved. If I'm clear, it's 10 of us, and we putting in 100 every 2 weeks. I know when something is gonna happen.
Right. We know when your date to get paid will be. But they're doing like a pyramid scheme, which is they have to keep adding more people, and they pay out a couple of people, but not everybody's going to get. Somebody's going to be hurting and not get their money in the pyramid scheme. But like you said, if it could be more controlled and it's 10, just one controlled. 2, I do like if it was 10 people and then we kind of meet, Zoom meet or something every 2 months or something like that. And like I said, transparency. I need to see the bank statements. I need to see the bank statements. I want to see the bank statement. I want to see the Excel spreadsheet that tell me my date. Oh, okay, based off of the 10 people, this is how we calculated the amortization schedule, whatever it is. So I know my date is this or sometime soon. So I don't know. I know I've always had a dream. This is me dreaming. I've always dreamt of having like a community fund, and it would do exactly that. Not only would it educate our community on financial matters, but it would collect the money. And not to make my business the whatever it is, but I would offer transparency. I'm gonna offer where everybody can see the bank statement, everybody gets a financial report, everybody knows what's going on. And if we put money in, like just say we put the money together and get a Subway, we need to know how that Subway is doing. I'm like, are they managing the money in the Subway properly? Because I'm happy that we got the money together. You bought the Subway, but are you hiring the right people? Are you managing the money in the business properly? Are you paying your taxes? Are you paying your sales taxes? Are you doing the stuff to keep your business on to keep your business in business properly so that I know that I'm gonna get my money? Because if we give it all to you and then you don't do right, we ain't gonna get no money. We're not gonna get any money. So, but the idea is awesome. I love it. I love the concept.
That's right, because you end up actually being shareholders. If you put money together to create money, now that's passive income coming in collectively. And like you're saying, Deanna, now it's management. Now it's making sure, hey, keep the right people in place. Make sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming that Subway talking about, hey, too much sauce, too much mail you putting on there.
Wait a minute. You're giving away too many ketchup packets. You're taking my costs out the door. Don't be giving away all that. Or you got to hire the right people. Don't have rude Nancy at the front desk. I don't want rude Nancy at the front desk. You need to greet people because we want to have an open, welcome place to make this money.
Right.
In this business.
No. Right. So, all right. So we're saying it's a good principle, but it has to be properly executed. The purpose has to be clear. And, the trust is developed over time. Right. What I hear, I know this may not always be the case across the board, But when I hear of cases of people putting their money together for a big business downtown, it's like, yeah, this is Paul that we've been at the same country club for the past 10 years. And,
Right.
I got my cousin over here and I've been knowing all my life. And I went to high school with this one. So, right, it's familiarity. There's some connection where we've been able to watch each other's character over a period of time.
Correct.
Watch the character.
Right,
That's
so
what it
there's
is.
trust there. And when in any case, whatever situation you in, the person who is controlling the money or the organization that's controlling the money should already have a lot of money. Don't put the poor person in charge of all the money.
Or right. It maybe not a lot of money, but they're used to having money. They're used to managing money. It's not like a new concept to them. They're used to having everything they're used to the system that is needed to keep your money.
Right. And
they won't actually keep your money and build wealth.
That's right. And they won't ever be compromised, right? When I say poor people, I'm saying like, because I'm poor. I'm a poor person. I ain't got no money. Right.
Stop.
No, we're gonna. Right.
No, I'm talking. I'm not.
I don't ever say the P word, and I never say the B word. I don't care if I have $1 in my purse. Right. I will not say that B word, BROKE. I never say it. Yes.
Not poor, bro.
Because we're manifesting.
I just want to make a point, though. That's why I said it.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So even with good character, you may be enticed to try to figure out how to do something with some extra money or some money that's sitting there that you got access to, even if it's not yours. If you struggling to pay your bills and you can't afford this and you can't afford that, right? You want somebody, like you're saying, who is comfortable with that money, and they would never in no situation consider using it, thinking I'm gonna pay it back for anybody who knows about it. Yeah. Right. So that's how you start developing and looking for the right people to control and manage the situation in a way where nobody ever gets compromised.
Plus the financial accountability. Do not forget those bank statements. They tell me what's going on. That's right. I see the transactions. And if we're going to be transparent, let's all be in a group and be transparent. Every month, we either have a Zoom call and talk about those bank statements. I don't want my money going and I don't see nothing else going on. I need to know something. I need to know something.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. And anyway it goes, if you get to that point where you're bringing a group of people in together, we'll all should be willing to be properly vetted. By even if it's an outside group that has absolutely nothing to do with it, allow them to come to the table and go through all of our history and say, okay, this person has shown the ability to handle some form of money or business and things like that. Because the end game is we want to make sure that ROI is good. Yeah. We want to have some fun with our business. Don't get me wrong. Right. We want to help other people and get involved, but ROI, that return, is exactly the purpose that we're here for.
Right. That's right.
Let's be real with that. Yep. And I believe, and before I let go, I get off because I do have another appointment that I have to go to. And I really thank you both for allowing me to come on and talk with you. But to have an idea like this being discussed, because I'm not so sure that many of us that look like us are actually discussing group operation in comparison to saying, I want to do it individually. When we can go into other communities and see 10 people living in 1 2-bedroom apartment, 5 of them work and they're bringing all of that money back into that household. And then next thing you know, they go build someone else's home in the family, and then they go build another person's family. Now, I was always told that this is how it worked down south. I was always told that this is how it worked 50, 60 years ago. But right now we're in 2020 and our minds have been clouded a lot and we become more individual. We use media as our means of information, and it's just not a good thing. So we're doing much better when we have shows like this and Brother Tory sitting out and putting those type of facts out and situations like this to where we can sit back and have people come to the table that A, are financially savvy, B, informative, educated in whatever the industry that we're considering, and also have salespeople, because you have to have a salesperson. You have buyers and sellers. Somebody has to be able to be that face and present it, but at the same time, be smart, and that trust factor will always come into play. But I just love everything that we're talking about right now. I know it's going to develop into something sooner or later. And I just wanted to thank you all. You know, like I said, I have to get it off so I can go to another thing that I have to do. I got to get out of here. But please, thank you again. Thank you again.
Yes,
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I definitely have made it very clear that everything that you've done for me, Brother Tory, and sister, now that I know about you, I'm going to make sure anybody that needs any type of tax assistance, you know, I will make it very clear to take care. She'll take care of you.
Man,
So,
you gotta tell her, listen, man, I've never seen somebody get so excited about how they can save you some money or make you some money. Like Deanna Grant, man.
look,
She get excited about it.
good.
That's why
you
heard me get about this concept. I was able to talk intelligently today because I'm like, yes, we're talking about, because I love to talk about building our community. I only really work with the businesses in our community. So I want to see us win financially, but we just have to start paying attention to our finances and kind of have that paperwork together. And like you said, trust and ROI. We need to remember ROI, because we're in business to make money. So your decisions, the decisions you make in your business should give you ROI. It's important. And that's a measurement. But you have to know your numbers in order to create measurement in the business.
That's right.
I love talking about this. I do.
Yep.
I do.
Well,
Thank you so much.
You do things that you love. You do things that you love, and you clearly, I can feel it through the screen how much you absolutely love doing this. And hell, you may be getting a call from me soon.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes.
So we appreciate you. Know you got to go. We appreciate you coming on, telling us about the health products. And man, people got encouraged them to go to that website. I'm gonna put it on there one more time for a little bit.
Go organic with Amal.
Go organic with Amal.com.
And let's not forget, go organic with Amal. There is an opportunity that we can talk ROI with it too. I don't want you to think this is just strictly the products is being given to someone to help them with their health. This is a twofold thing. This is health and wellness, and why not wealth?
Man,
so health and wealth. That's how we started this conversation. We said your health is wealth. Come on now.
That's right. This is the WAP edition of the Tory Muhammad Show. Wealth and prosperity. Health and prosperity show. Yeah, that's what we need to be talking about.
Well, thank you all very much. Assalamu alaikum, brother and sister. I look forward to hearing from you all again too. Thanks again, man. I really appreciate it.
All right, so Miss Grant.
Okay.
So there's no one answer, right? You got to do the investigation and know what's going on with, whatever it's called, the Sous, and make sure that there's clarity and transparency and, quite frankly, honesty. One thing when I first heard about it, it was, I heard multi-level marketing, which I'm not against in principle. Right. But when you tell me it's easy and it's not any work to be done, that's the first thing. I'm like, hold on. Hold on. You got to explain this now, right? Because everything takes time and work and effort. Oh, am I froze?
Yeah, you're froze.
Okay. All right. Here you go. It went back. So, one thing that was some initial concern is, and one of them, you bring two people to make their investment, and you're told that's all you got to do. Just bring these two people and your work is done. But everybody I saw that had brought two people was still bringing in two more people.
So I posted on Facebook because I do know this is why I'm so happy to be on this show with you. And I'm blessed and thankful that you allow me to co-host today because there's not enough transparency with our finances or talking about financial matters. So that's one thing. But I would say um, we as a people, we come together two or more all the time in like
Yep.
smaller partnerships, smaller LLCs. It could even be five or more. I know a lot of people, some of my clients are like real estate investors, and then five. I have one set of clients, and it's five families. Five families put money together and then they're flipping houses. And it's the most amazing thing to see. They're working together, they have meetings, they're handling their business professionally. But I really feel like that's the key. Like, I don't want to just give you money and then there's no professional business or a business minded person, or like he said, vet. That's my hesitancy. When people ask me about it, I'm like, no, I don't agree with that because I don't agree for you to put your money into something. And if I invest in something, I need to have some kind of research on who the person is, who's behind it, what other projects have they done before,
Right.
and like you said, that helps me. If I vet them, it helps me to build trust.
Yep.
And then,
Yep. That's right.
but other than that, I find it to be a awesome crowdfunding. There's a couple, I don't know if it's like Alabama or it's I think it's New Orleans. There's some like big crowdfunding project in New Orleans. And what they're doing is it's a big real estate project. It's called Developing the Blocks. And I'm sorry if I don't know the exact name, but I find that to be awesome and amazing that a lot of people put their money together and then we get a project executed. Because what I know, like I said, I work with a lot of business owners. When there's not enough capital to execute everything in the best capacity, sometimes the project gets stuck. When you don't have enough money, you have to have enough money to execute things. And when there's not enough funding and capital, that definitely is a serious roadblock. And so
Yep.
if you could, for whatever reason, come together with your friends, neighbors, and family, that just sounds so awesome that I could create something with my friends, family, my neighbors, and we take this money and we take action and build something that will create money. That sounds
Yep.
awesome, but I don't have any other words. I don't know. Maybe we should make it an official partnership. Or I know there's a crowdfunding platform, but I don't know if that's regulated by us. So
Uh-huh.
maybe it could be 10 people that go to the attorney, get a 10-person like partnership agreement, get an official partnership agreement, sit down, have a meeting about the purpose of this money. But then also let's also elect a chief, because all the Indians can't be chief, because that's another problem.
Yep.
You
That's
gotta,
right.
someone has to be the leader. Let whoever it is be the leader. But the only thing I'm asking is accountability. I just want some accountability, and I need
Yep.
to see some transparency in the numbers. I just
Yep.
need to see
Right.
transparency.
That's right. And you know what? We really already have the framework for it.
Yeah.
We just gotta use it, right?
Right.
I see us so much use our affinity and trust and understanding of who each other is and the character and personalities, but it's mostly social,
Yeah.
right? We do stuff on a social level. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got friends that get together and drink, they know which person not to give any money to. They know which person to organize it. Everybody has, no matter how basic it is, right? Let's use what we already have. The friends, that's like you're saying, the friends, the families, and neighbors we already have, but just put some stuff in it. All of our fraternities and sororities and
Right.
social groups, right? All of, man, the Rough Riders, right? Man, what are they investing in?
Are you
That's
talking about the you talking about the rap group?
the
Is that
motorcycle group.
Oh, the motorcycle.
Right,
Okay.
he's the first one that came to my mind, but
I
I'm
thought
thinking
about
about
DMX. I'm
different
like,
organizations, different groups, right? All the
okay.
car groups, right? Everybody that go out with Monte Carlos and man, because one thing about it, we want to trust each other, but we don't want to hold each other. We don't want to be too aggressive with each other, right? Because at the end of the day, all investment is at risk. There is some
Yeah.
risk factor, but don't tell me you're not going to participate because you don't want to lose any money. And before Kenwood Liquors closed, you went and spent $150 every weekend at Kenwood Liquors.
Or
Or
I see people lining up. Like I think Lake Meadows recently opened up the Foot Locker. And then on Sunday they had a line around the corner. And I'm like, what's going on? Because I'm not in the Jordan craze. I don't know if it was a new Jordan,
right.
but I saw a line around the corner and I know that stuff is not cheap. So there's money that people have. It's a matter of us taking the money from, I don't want to call the unbankable, but this to me was a strategy. I'm just going to give it to you. This is how our community could get money real fast. So at tax time, I'm not counting anybody's dollars, but at tax time, in those situations, sometimes people are getting $5,000-$10,000 at one time. And anyone working with me, I try to encourage them, even if they're a young person, I try to encourage them, hey, why don't you save a little? Why don't you get some life insurance, right? But if 50 million people or however many people all at one time get 5 to 10K refunds, and you take 1% of that, I was thinking I don't know what you can build, but I was like, that sounds awesome.
That's a game changer. That's a game changer.
That's a game changer. And how simple would that be? But I don't know. That's a simple solution.
Yep. So, but man, at the time now we have those conversations. So when it comes around, people are already preparing for it.
Yeah.
So, man, thank you for being a co-host today. It's been a great show. We definitely want to shout out a couple of our sponsors, man, who have been just amazing and wonderful that help us keep the show going, and they consistently support us. Y'all know Sean Michelle's Homemade Ice Cream, right? My favorite couple right there that creates that magic over there on 47th and Wabash, Brown Sugar Bakery, right? Now, when you're talking about the best of both worlds, man, you get that ice cream from Sean Michelle's, you got your caramel cake, or even that rainbow cake, or they got donuts now over at Brown Sugar Bakery, and some more stuff. They got candied apples because they.
I'm treating myself. I'm gonna get some of his health stuff though. I'm gonna get some of that stuff to cleanse my system. But I am definitely going to treat myself, because me and my daughter, we do every other weekend we do a sweet day, and so that's what we do. We go and get a sweet. So we're gonna go get some ice cream.
Every other weekend, y'all do sweets.
Oh yeah, because we have a split custody. We have I'm co-parenting with her father. I co-parent with her.
Now, I'm just saying you don't do sweets twice a month.
Twice a month, yeah. I don't. That's kind of too much. I don't want us to, I don't want my little lady to eat too many sweets. But women like sweets, So and it's something that it's a mommy-daughter moment.
Right,
it's like,
right.
I remember every other weekend, me and my mom, I don't care if we get the small cupcake, we go somewhere and get
That's sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yep. Well, man, been a great show. Yep. So those are two of our great sponsors. And we got Dan Soul Food. Can't forget them. They're on 2523 West 79th Street. A couple of blocks west of Western, like 2 blocks past Western. What's that? Maplewood, 79th and Maplewood. So, man, they got great vegetable selection for people who don't eat meat. It's a very clean place, and they have been, serving up for their 26 years now in business. Continue.
Now, what's their name again, Torme?
Dan Soul Food Cafe.
Dan Soul Food Cafe?
Yeah.
Okay. Dan Soul Food Cafe. That sounds awesome.
Yep. And so with that, we're going to close out. You got any closing words?
Your health is your wealth, And never forget return on investment.
That's right. That's right. Oh, and Thomas Amal texted me and said he wanted everybody to know, he forgot to mention that he has free memberships. So when they go to the website, I guess they can see the information about the free memberships. And man, it's been another show in the box. So, I just want to tell people real quick, because people have been, the question has been asked, where are the Muslims? Where is the Nation of Islam during all of this pandemic? Well, we've been sheltered in place. So we've been trying to keep ourselves healthy. Now, of course, people have been doing little things. There's been little activities, but you haven't seen the FOI out, right? For obvious reasons. But this weekend, we coming back out. We gonna do what we do, but we're gonna have on our masks. We're gonna have on our protective gear, but we're gonna go back out and engage the community, because people need to be hearing about what's on the cover of this next issue.
Yeah.
Justice for Breonna Taylor, right? There's a lot of stuff we want to talk about. So, man, look for your FOI. Get you a Final Call newspaper. I don't know if there's going to be any bean pies out there, but definitely get that Final Call. And with that, we're going to close out the show. Thank you. So we're going to see you, in 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yes.
You'll be back 2 weeks? All right, you'll be back again. And we appreciate you. We love the energy and what you bring to the show. Applause from Star Williams.
Thank you, Star. Thank you.
And we'll be back soon.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Sean Michelle's Homemade Ice Cream is the only place to go when the ladies crave delicious old-fashioned homemade ice cream. Their vanilla tastes just like Grandma used to make it. With over 35 flavors, all made with the freshest ingredients, Kathy has never had banana pudding ice cream this good. It's homemade ice cream the way you remember, and Sean Michelle's doesn't upset your stomach. Enjoy in-store or take it to go. Sean Michelle's. Fall in love again.
First time customers, buy one, get one free.